didn't tell you it was marble. That's the usual ploy. God love him. No, it's soapstone. I'm afraid they saw you coming from a mile away, Mrs. Bryn.
That's what I told her. Maybe she'll listen to you.
I don't care what he's made of. I love him.
Mrs. Bryn's become very besotted with this Ganesh person.
He's not a person, he's a god. And I'm not besotted with him.
I'm just hoping someone will tell us how he got his elephant.
Oh, it's a dreadful story. I don't think she can handle it in that stomach at first.
Fine.
Okay, let's get some tea first. So I see you two ladies have fallen under the spell of Ganesh. Most travelers to India do. My first trip, couldn't get enough of it.
See, I'm not besotted, I'm just curious. Mrs. Sybil, I don't think she's enjoying India.
That's not true. I adore it, of course.
Oh, Hindu mythology is so violent. It gives me the creeps. I'll take a hammer and nails, a basic wooden cross, and a nice Jewish boy any day of the week. I haven't admitted anybody, have I?
Just about everybody.
You two are a trip. I'm so glad I ran into you.
Thank you, kind sir. You should see me when my guts don't feel like there's somebody's hand in there twisting them into knots.
So she'd be dancing on the table.
You know, you kind of remind me of someone. My mother.
Oh, the crab.
I told her don't eat that papaya.
It wasn't a papaya, and I thought feeling it would be safe. Oh.
T for 3. Understand? T for 3.
The dash.
That's Hindi for thank you. What'd I tell him?
My wife would get a kick out of you two.
I can't believe that she just flew home without you.
She couldn't take India. Not many people can. Too much poverty, too much disease.
Too much of everything, like the sounds, like the noises. If my head isn't whirling, my stomach is writing.
Our husbands wouldn't even consider coming. No way, Jose, it was how Alan put it.
Well, we did have this incident in Benares. Are you planning to go there?
Absolutely. Benares is one of the reasons I most wanted to come to India.
You never told me that.
What happened?
I don't want to upset you, and I'm sure this won't happen to you, but we went down to the Ghats where they burned the dead bodies. I've always been terrified of death, so I thought maybe looking at it would help. Hundreds of dead bodies being burned, like so many logs. And who knows? Maybe it would help. Besides, people like us, we don't really go to Benares without checking out the burning Ghats, am I right?
Go on.
They were burning the body of a dead woman. I wish I could say it was spiritual or beautiful, but I thought it was terrible, and it scared the shit out of me. Kelly was holding my hand so tight, I thought she was going to pierce the flesh off with her nails. I hate you, bastard, she kept saying. Suddenly, we heard this voice call out from behind us, a harsh, ugly sound. We turned and we saw this wretched figure in rags on the ground, pointing at us and yelling. We started to run. Kelly tripped. I lost my grip on her and she fell right on top of me. When their bodies hit, he somehow managed to throw his arms around her, hug her almost. They just kept on going over and over in the mud. I couldn't pull them apart. Kelly kept on screaming and screaming, but he just would not let go. Finally, these two policemen showed up. They pulled him off of her, apologized to us. They hit the old man with their truncheons and escorted us back to the hotel.
You're not going to the burning lots.
Now, I don't know if he's a leper. Kelly says he was. She did say, I'll never ever feel clean again. I know it. She took shower after shower after shower, but nothing could convince her that she was rid of him. His dirt, his smell, his essence, I suppose. I haven't seen Kelly since she got back to Boston. Poor baby.
You didn't think about going after her?
We don't have that kind of marriage, and no children. We're very independent.
But still.
I don't expect other people to understand. Besides, India's rather a solo project. In the end, it's just you and it. Thank you. What was the word again?
The dash.
The dash.
What happened?
It's just a tunnel.
It's a long one, ladies. You haven't been reading your guidebooks. The Chittagong Pass, the longest one in India, nearly 42 kilometers.
What is that in miles?
I don't know, 35 miles?
This was a movie. One of us would have a dagger in his back when he came out of it.
Or have been kissed, or pinched, or both.
You have a romantic imagination.
And you have a morbid one.
You were going to tell us about how Ganesh got his elephant's head.
All right, but I've warned you.
Are we really going to be in a dark tunnel don't like it.
We're gonna be fine, Margaret. Nothing's gonna happen.
There was a dead spider in my bed last night.
Where was I again?
I won't even get into the food.
Ah, Ganesh's head.
Oh, that wasn't funny. What? Whoever did that, I didn't appreciate it.
Ladesh. Ladesh.
What's the matter, Margaret?
Someone, I distinctly felt a hand on my breast.
Oh, Margaret.
Someone touched it.
Was it a friendly hand?
I'm serious.
And sure, whatever it was, if it was anything, just felt like a hand.
I guess I still remember what a hand on my breast feels like. Even if you don't remember, Kitty.
What is that supposed to mean?
I think you know.
Is there something wrong? The lady seems very agitated.
What is he saying?
The tea was no good. I can get more candles.
I didn't accuse him. I don't
Oh,
know what
that's
I'm about.
confusing, then.
I can assure you, Mrs. Sybil, touching women's breasts in dark railway tunnels is not my thing.
I didn't say it was.
And I reporter, he's as gay as a goose. Can you not tell?
Crumbs on the lady. Let me help.
No!
Did I do something wrong? Have I given offense?
Fine, everything is fine.
Everything is not fine.
Oh, now who's the ugly American?
This isn't about that, Kitty.
And I'm not going to forget that remark about George. He touches me fine. What would you know about it?
Ladies, please.
Is the lady afraid of the tunnel? There's nothing to fear in the tunnel. I laugh at the tunnel, see?
What's he doing?
Go back to where you came from.
Ganesh loves you. Ganesh will protect
Wait,
you.
did he say Ganesh? Did you say Ganesha?
Ah, Ganesh, Ganesh.
There. Did you hear that?
Then I suppose Ganesh fondled my breast.
Oh, but now it's fondle. First it was touch. Next thing you know, we'll be having the Marbar Cave incident.
No, Maraba.
Oh, I didn't mean to excuse you.
No, Maraba. You ladies are wrong. I have to speak to my supervisor before he makes Anna redundant. No, Maraba, no.
What did I say? I mean, rather, what did he think I said?
The one quarter of all of Rajasthan who's read Passage to India.
I'm glad you find all this so amusing.
No one finds it amusing, Margaret, but we can't go around choosing people just because we feel superior to them.
I don't feel superior to that person.
Yes, you do. And so do I. And by our standards, we are. That's the terrible thing.
Oh, spare us this, Kitty.
If you ladies will excuse me, I've already done this part with Kelly.
We're sorry.
There's a 3-month copy of the Village Voice with a review of Bob Dylan in the library. Bob Dylan. We're all getting so old.
No, he doesn't remind me of Walter either.
I was not going to say that. There's evil in the world, Patty. I know there is.
I was just subjected to some of it.
So was my son.
Do you want to cut the trip short?
No.
No. I'm sorry. All right.
But I thought he said we were going to be in there for an hour.
That type thinks they know everything.
I thought you liked him.
I did. For 15 minutes. Oh, look, there's some nice scenery coming up. I like everyone for 15 minutes. Thank you. Don't be ridiculous. You're my oldest friend.
We know each other.
That's not true. We know each other. We love each other. We just don't especially like each other. I've got water buffaloes. What do you have? Camels.
Excuse me, ladies. Was there some disturbance? Some confusion, perhaps?
Oh, no, we're fine. We're both fine.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
But I was told
Really, it is quite forgotten. When are we getting to Jaipur?
at 23:30, just in time for the great holy festival and the fireworks.
I have a feeling we're not going to be free for dinner this evening.
Yes, the gentleman mentioned something. Well, good night then.
I wish I could be a better friend to you, and vice versa. I don't know what stops me.
Well, thank you for not making an issue about your breast.
It's that good Yankee breeding, don't you know? It's all in the genes, and we all have these marvelous high cheekbones and talk like Margaret Katherine. We're both the same age, and we're from the same background.
Or so you thought.
Our husbands make approximately the same living. We're both mothers.
You never lost a son.
Well, that's true.
say something like that?
Of course not.
Well, he should. Every time the phone rang, I dreaded it being him. And him telling me, Mom, I got AIDS.
Do you want to talk about it?
No. What is there to talk about? And who the hell are you to tell me there's evil in the world? Do you think some brown man touched your tits in a tunnel? Oh, I'm surprised the earth didn't fall on its axis. I know what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, count 'em, 6 African Americans did to my son in the corner of Barrow and Greenwich at 2:30 in the morning. And they get off. Walter was a faggot after all. And I didn't even get to say nigger. I know there's evil in the world. I just don't know if there's justice.
I wish I could comfort you. I wish you could. May I put my arm around you?
I'd rather you would.
You don't have to say English. I'm not going to say it.
Thank you for that, at least.
You're not alone, Kitty. I'm here. Another person, another woman is here, right here. Breathing the same air, riding the same train, looking out the window at the same timeless landscape. You're not alone, Catherine, even in your agony. I love you. I love you very much. Awful much. Awful much.
Oh, yeah. Awful mom.
And so it happened that while Margaret, Sybil, and Catherine Bryn stared out with heavy, sad eyes at what Mr. Ray of India Rail injudiciously calls the most beautiful scenery in India, some 8,345 miles away, at 11:20 p.m., their time, George Bryn, Catherine Bryn's husband, lost control of his car on a patch of something called glare ice. He was on his way back from a movie that Catherine had refused to see because of its perverted violence. And she was right, too. What an appalling motion picture it was. He went into a skid and slammed into a 300-year-old oak tree. He died instantly. Catherine won't learn of her loss until she gets home. And since the children can't reach them by phone, the ladies are off itinerary and frequently without reservation. The children decided it is best to meet them at the airport when she and Mrs. Sybil returned.